Hello, everyone. Can you hear me?
Hi, Tulu.
Okay.
Yeah, I hear you loud and clear.
Okay. Um, need to be sure. Yeah, we will proceed. Good evening. This is another amazing study series session today, user group. We are going to be talking about the new open source plugins for API and Amazon Inspector. So we are going to be having an amazing, should I say, instructor or amazing speaker today. And we should know that the topics we are treating this session is more on the updated topics or the guidelines set by AWS. And our speaker is a cloud engineer with vast years of work experience. He's one of the user group leader. He's no other person than Tayo Fatoki. Hi Tayo, how are you doing?
Hi, Tolu. Very well. How are you doing?
Great, great, great.
Thank you for
So,
having me.
yes, I would like you to do a brief introduction about yourself before you go into the topic for today.
Okay. Hi everyone. Hi, Tolu. My name is Tayo, and brief summary about me. I'm a cloud enthusiast with experience in different sectors of tech. In summary, I'm just like an IT guy. Thank you.
Thank you so much. I love this summary. I'm just like an IT guy. Yes, this is one of the, let's say, one of the few people you're going to get at your workplace whereby they'll say, "Oh, reach out to the IT guys." Those are the people back end, updating, developing every application you have. So, without much ado, Taya, you just come on stage and do your thing. Thank you.
Thank you. All right. Hi everyone. So today we are going to be talking about the new open source plugins for API and Amazon Inspector that you can use to leverage on some VAPT practices. VAPT basically means vulnerability assessment and penetration tests. We'll be talking about some of the automated and continuous vulnerability management tools that AWS recently released to enhance your security monitoring and tracking of non-compliance and vulnerable issues that you might have in your cloud workloads. I'm going to start by sharing my screen. Please let me know if you can see it. Can I proceed?
Yes, you can.
Okay, great. So I'm going to begin with my slide. So we start with Amazon Inspector. For those that do not know what Amazon Inspector is, I want to do a quick intro about it. So Amazon Inspector is an automated vulnerability management service. That's it in summary. It continuously scans your workloads. And when I say workloads, it means applicable cloud resources that can work with Inspector. It scans for them, checks for any vulnerability that they may have, including your network, and then reports it to you in a timely manner to a very user friendly dashboard, and allows you to track those vulnerabilities and resolve it to mitigate the risk in your cloud environment. And so why choose Amazon Inspector? You choose Amazon Inspector because it can help you find the vulnerabilities within the workload. It's easy to use and manage. It meets compliance requirements of most top security standards, and it can generate your software bill of materials on the fly for you. And your software bill of material basically means it can break down the composition of what makes up your application and let you know what each component and which of the components is actually vulnerable. So how does Amazon inspector work? It involves three stages. Step one is to turn on your inspector and configure it. Step two is to inspect and discover the scans and resources that you have configured for Amazon Inspector to scan. And step three is to generate findings and allow you take action. Additionally, you can integrate Amazon Inspector with your AWS organization, which is like an umbrella kind of AWS account that automatically allows you to deploy Amazon Inspector's configuration across all sub accounts, which means if you are a corporate organization with several sub accounts, you can have your Amazon Inspector configured on the organization level, and then every child account would inherit the inspector configuration automatically without needing you to redeploy in each AWS account. And if you want to just go a little bit into how it works, it's very simple. Like I said, you turn on your Amazon Inspector and you enable it by making a few clicks on which resources you want to use and which account you want it to be connected to. And then Inspector gets into action, does a scan of the environment, discovers the vulnerability, checks it against the benchmark of several settings, and then contextualize the findings into different AWS platforms. So you can have it on Security Hub, Event Bridge, Amazon ECR, and also APN partners. And this allows you to take action in a timely manner based on the findings that have been discovered there. Now, moving further, you would want to know, so what are the features? Amazon Inspector was launched about 2 years ago, and within last 6 months to 12 months, there's been lots of modernizations that have happened, like enabling Amazon Inspector to work with EC2 instances, including programming language packages, integrating with EC2 image builder such that every image that you're building with your EC2s can now have Amazon Inspector as a template in it. Vulnerability and database search by CVE IDs. So previously we didn't used to have that CVE search. It gives you the findings, but it didn't you would not have like a database where you can search for that findings in AWS. You use the well-known CVE standard websites, but now you can search this in AWS, and then you can have your software bill of materials exported from Amazon Inspector to help your developers know where these issues are. And it can also do code scanning of Lambda function. It can also do enhanced vulnerability intelligence, including exploitability information, leveraging on your recent AWS Amazon Q AI. And more recently, they've also released support for proactive container image scanning in your CI/CD pipeline, agentless scanning of EC2 instances, and automated reasoning or assisted code for Lambda functions. So just to give you an example of how Amazon Inspector works without taking your time. So imagine you have a Python code, and this Python code is here. If the Python code contains, let's say, your username and your password, Amazon Inspector can find that username and password automatically for you and report to you that your Python code that you use to build the Lambda function contains open secret keys, and it can tell you the exact line in your code in your python.cf file that was used to build the Lambda function. It can tell you the exact location where it is, and it can go further by giving you remediation of what needs to be done, like how you need to fix it. Okay. Now, you also have the extended capability with CI/CD tools. AWS recently partnered with Jenkins, with TeamCity to create plugins, and I'm going to show you the plugin for Jenkins in the next few minutes. Um, and then they also have the API and CLI access. With API access, you're going to use the Inspector Scan, and with CLI, you're going to use the Inspector SBOM Gen, which is the software bill of material generator. This inspector's capability has expanded into a lot of practices when it comes to software development and security. It enables your CI/CD tools to scan images that are being populated in your pipeline, and just before your images are annexed in the um, artifact storage, e.g., ECR, or or even if you want to use like a third party artifact storage solution, you can also do your scan in your pipelines. Even if you're even using a third party pipeline, you can integrate it with your AWS and it would scan AWS Amazon Inspector is going to scan your uh, image and then let you know what the vulnerabilities are before you deploy your images into, let's say, a Kubernetes cluster or an EKS cluster. And then to support this integration, Amazon has also released plugins for Jenkins and JetBrains TeamCity, with plans to extend to more tools. But right now, it's only on these two platforms as we speak. And in addition to this, they've also extended it to API and CLI. So in case you want to build your own version of plugins or your own software or solution, you can leverage on the API and CLI without needing to go through Jenkins and TeamCity. Now, I'm just going to do a quick demo on how Jenkins and TeamCity, uh, just a quick demo to show you how the Jenkins plugin looks like. And I'm going to share my screen. I think, yeah. So this is my Jenkins, local Jenkins lab that I recently spun up. It's running off a Docker container. And in that Jenkins instance, And in this Jenkins instance, I have created first of all, I had to go and download the plugin that works with Amazon Inspector. I'm going to go to Manage Jenkins and show you that specific plugin. It's available and it's free to use. It's easy to download. You just need to follow the instruction on the plugin page, and it should get this running on your Jenkins instance. So we'll come to Jenkins, we'll come to plugin, and in this plugin, because this is like the only and so if you go to my list of installed plugins, you have the Amazon Inspector, which is this plugin that you have here. This is the software, the inspector source website. You just need to follow the instruction of how to install, and then this gives you the plugin here in your browser. Now with this plugin, you can proceed to build a pipeline. I've created a folder for this test, and I've created a test pipeline for this. And basically, when I click on my test pipeline, if I want to use Amazon Inspector, I can quickly click on configure and then choose in my build step. Depends on how I choose to use it. I could either use a Jenkins file or I could configure it from the UI here. So using my build step, I could come here and click on Amazon Inspector. And here I would need to put in my image ID, my credentials into Docker Hub, my AWS region, my IAM role, my AWS credentials. It's always best practice for you to have your credentials stored in the vault, in a vault like solution, like inside Jenkins private vault, or using a vault solution, or using AWS secret key manager. And then once you have all this configuration in place, you can enable vulnerability threshold to say at what point does it trigger high, low, medium, or critical, and then you would get the notification in the build step output. And unfortunately, we do not have much time to show all this, but I'm just going to show you this plugin and the form fields that you need to input. And we could share a link to AWS documentation for anybody that is interested in reading or checking this out a little bit further. It's a very easy to use tool. And from here, I hope that you'll be able to learn one or two things that you can take home from here. Thank you very much, Tolu. I would stop here for questions.
Okay, thank you so much, Tayo, for that. That is amazing. Okay, um, I would like to know if anyone have questions. Please drop it in the chat box. Please, questions. Questions, please drop it in the chat box. I'm waiting for our questions. Do you have question? Okay, no questions. Then we have some questions here for you. We have some questions here for you if you don't have questions. So I'm trying to wait if anyone have questions. Okay. Okay. Nathan have his question here. So Nathan Odi. Okay, then let me just pronounce the surname. So Nathan is asking that can we use this approach for securing API calls between payment gateway providers?
No. Um, Anything that has to do with API needs to go through a different AWS workload. In this case, my recommendation is to use a combination of three different tools to help you in managing this. The first tool that I'll ask you to put at the edge of your infrastructure is an AWS Web Application Firewall. The WAF helps you to secure your infrastructure against any DDoS attack. Um, if you want to take it an extra mile, I would recommend that you put a CDN service, which is a content distribution network service, that helps you to distribute and speed up user experience from whichever part of the world that they are connecting to your application in AWS. And finally, before those users get into where they interact with your applications, it's best practice that their request goes through an API gateway that has some kind of secret key embedded in it that would help you to authenticate communication, legit communication that is coming from users and not bots that are going to your applications. Thank you.
Okay. Okay. Thank you so much for that explanation, Tayo. I think Nathan, does that answer your question? Nathan, I need a yes or no. I think that should answer your question. Okay. So I'll just go into the questions we have here. So the first question will be okay. Noted, noted. So the first question I will be asking, and I will drop that on the chat for everyone because just feel free to just answer this because I'm not promising anyone a prize today. So what is the primary function of the Amazon inspector? Yeah. So what is the primary function of Amazon inspector? The question is on the chat box for those in YouTube. What is the okay? Mayowa is absolutely correct. The answer for that is C, to continuously scan workloads. To continuously scan workloads for the software vulnerabilities. Okay, yeah, good. Security vulnerability management. Yes. Okay, I would ask my second question. I'm not promising anyone a prize for today. Serve as VAPT2. The answer is C. The answer is C. Yes, the answer is C. Let's go to the next question, guys. I like that we are all sharing knowledge today. So the Abdulatif, calm down. So which AWS service integrates with Amazon Inspector to configure across an entire organization? Okay. Still waiting for Abdulatif says D, which is AWS configure. Mayowa picks B, which is AWS organization. So which AWS service integrates with the Amazon inspector to configure across an entire organization? So I'll go with Mayowa. Mayowa AWS organization. It is not the AWS configuration. It is no, 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 no. But in both B and A. The correct answer is B. So let me go to the next question I have here. What does okay? I'm waiting for everyone to get this. Okay, yeah. So the question is, what does Amazon Inspector automatically discover and scan? Is it the VPC, that is the virtual private card? I have to stop because I'm just seeing answers immediately. Why is everyone so correct? Okay, that's the correct answer. That's the correct answer. So let's go to the next question. Next question. So the next question is, how are findings from the Amazon inspector typically handled? Are they handled through manual inspection? Are they are they handled using the inspector console, or through support tickets, or restarting the affected services? Okay, I think we have amazing individuals on the session today. You guys are all amazing, I must say. So the correct answer is B, using the inspector console. Let's go to the very last question for today. So which feature was recently added to Amazon Inspector for Lambda function? Which feature was recently added? Balaji, is there something I don't know? Like, is there something that I don't know? Why are the questions going in and the answers are just popping out almost immediately? Okay, well done, everyone. Well done, and everyone. The correct answer is C. So I give it to you guys. You guys are amazing, and thank you for participating in today's session. And thank you, Tayo, for doing this with us. Do you have any other information or anything you want to share with the audience?
Thank you very much, and thank you to everyone that joined today.
Like, thank you, Tayo. Balaji, I must say, you guys are actually sounding, or should I say, responding like bots, like questions going, and you guys are just popping. I'm like, are these humans?
Or AI.
Yes, yes. Mayowa, like, are you on the group, on the community? If you're on the community, I can promise you that immediately after this session, Tayo will be sharing that slide on the community. Thank you, Bolaji. Thank you so much. And since a prize is not coming from us today, I don't know if you guys have a prize for us. You should be giving us something today. No, the WhatsApp community, Mayowa. Otayo, if you can share that with me now, I can share with everyone here. But I would prefer we share on the community. So
Yeah, I'll share it on the community group.
no,
I'll
okay,
share it with you so that you can extend to
okay.
the community. I
Yes,
think Slack.
Mayowa, the WhatsApp community. You can reach out to me there, or you reach out to me on LinkedIn. I can share it with you on LinkedIn also, Mayowa. Taya, if you want to share your LinkedIn with the audience, then you can do that. Okay.
Yes, sure, I'll do that.
Okay, thank you everyone.
I think
Mayowa,
Maiwa is asking for the link to Slack or WhatsApp. I think he'll
okay,
reach out to you on LinkedIn.
okay, no problem. I would also reach out to you myself, Mayowa. Um, for everyone that joined us today, I just want to say a big thank you. And please check us out on LinkedIn, check the community out on LinkedIn, check the community out on Meetup. Then please be a part of the community. I'm surprised Mayowa is not on WhatsApp, but yes, I'm going to share the WhatsApp link to you shortly. Thank you, everyone, and have a great rest. Today is Monday. I'm sure you are all, slacking off work right now, but yes, enjoy the rest of your day. Bye, everyone. Bye.